Right, so let's talk about happiness. In many parts of the world, especially the West, happiness is often tied to, well, stuff. We chase it, we buy it, we unbox it, and then, a week later, we're looking for the next hit. Then you've got Bhutan, a tiny kingdom nestled in the Himalayas, doing things a bit differently. So, this gross national happiness, or GNH as the cool kids call it, wasn't just a random thought bubble from a king having a particularly zen day. It was a deliberate philosophical shift. Back in 1972, the fourth king of Bhutan, Jigme Singye Wangchuck, declared that GNH is more important than GDP. Think about that for a moment. Most world leaders are practically salivating over percentage points of economic growth, and here comes this monarch from a relatively isolated mountain kingdom, suggesting that perhaps we're measuring the wrong thing entirely. The origins are rooted in Buddhist philosophy, which, as you might guess, has a fair bit to say about happiness, suffering, and the path to enlightenment. It's about recognizing that true well-being comes from a more holistic approach to life. Imagine a Western politician standing up and saying, "My fellow citizens, this year we will focus less on increasing shareholder value and more on increasing shared moments of quiet contemplation." They'd probably be laughed out of office. Yet in Bhutan, this became the compass guiding their journey. They essentially decided to define success on their own terms. So, what exactly goes into this GNH concoction? It's a fascinating blend of elements that aim to create a balanced and fulfilling life for everyone. It's not just about everyone walking around with a permanent grin, it's about creating an environment where happiness can thrive naturally. The Gross National Happiness Index is built upon 4 main pillars, which are then broken down into 9 domains. This structure ensures a comprehensive approach to well-being. The 4 pillars are sustainable and equitable socio-economic development, environmental conservation, preservation and promotion of culture, and good governance. Each pillar plays a crucial role in maintaining societal balance. It's like a recipe for a well-rounded society where every ingredient contributes to the overall flavor. Sustainable and equitable socio-economic development, that means they want progress, sure, but not at any cost. Then there's environmental conservation, which is equally important. They understand that a healthy environment is crucial for healthy, happy people. Without a thriving natural world, human happiness is hard to sustain. Preservation and promotion of culture means they're not willing to sacrifice their unique identity and traditions for the sake of modernization. This helps maintain a sense of belonging and pride. And good governance? Well, that means having a system that's fair, transparent, and actually works for the people. It's about trust and accountability. The 9 domains get even more specific. Psychological well-being, health, time use, education, cultural diversity and resilience, good governance, community vitality, ecological diversity and resilience, and living standards. Each domain addresses a different aspect of life. This detailed approach means that government policies are, at least in theory, designed with these broader aspects of well-being in mind. It's a holistic way of looking at progress. It's an attempt to create a society where economic progress and human flourishing are deeply intertwined. A place where growth benefits everyone, not just a select few. So what does this GNH philosophy actually mean for the average Bhutanese citizen on a Tuesday morning? How does it translate into their daily lives and routines? Well, for starters, things like free healthcare and free education are pretty standard. These are not just privileges but rights that every Bhutanese citizen enjoys. Yes, you heard that right. Free healthcare and education are available to all. While some of the wealthiest nations on Earth are still debating whether affordable healthcare is a basic human right or a luxury item, Bhutan, a developing nation, has had it enshrined for ages. This commitment to well-being is deeply rooted in their policies. There's also a strong emphasis on community, family ties, and spiritual well-being. These elements are considered essential for a fulfilling life. These are the kinds of things that often get eroded in the relentless pursuit of individual economic advancement elsewhere. The focus on community and family is often lost. In Bhutan, however, they are actively nurtured. The sense of community is strong and palpable. Festivals are a big deal, bringing communities together. Family bonds are strong. These celebrations are not just events but a way of life. And there's a pervasive sense of spirituality, mostly Buddhist, that encourages mindfulness, compassion, and a less materialistic outlook on life. This spiritual grounding helps maintain a balanced perspective. Of course, it's not some utopian Shangri-La where everyone is blissfully happy all the time. Life has its ups and downs, no country is perfect, and Bhutan faces its own set of challenges: youth unemployment, the pressures of modernization, and navigating its place in a rapidly changing world. These are real issues that need addressing, but the crucial difference is the stated goal, the guiding principle, is the well-being of its people. This focus on happiness and well-being sets Bhutan apart. Section 5. Carbon Negative Bhutan. the planet's unexpected superhero. Now, let's switch gears from happiness to something equally mind-boggling about Bhutan. They are not just carbon neutral, they are carbon. Yes, you read that correctly. This small Himalayan kingdom actually absorbs more carbon dioxide than it emits. How do they manage this rather impressive feat? Well, a big part of it is their trees. Lots and lots of trees. Bhutan's constitution mandates that a minimum of 60% of the country's total land area must remain under forest cover. Forever. They actually wrote it into their constitution. Most countries struggle to prevent deforestation. Bhutan has made it a national priority to keep their forests thriving. On top of their abundant forests, Bhutan has also heavily invested in renewable energy, primarily hydropower. Thanks to its mountainous terrain and numerous rivers, the country generates so much clean electricity that it actually exports a significant portion to neighboring countries like India. This commitment to green energy is a cornerstone of their carbon negative status. Section 6. Meanwhile, across the pond, our quest for more. Now let's take a quick flight of fancy or perhaps a very polluting jet over to, say, the United States. Just for a bit of contrast, you understand. While Bhutan is busy being a carbon sink, what are we often busy doing? Well, we're quite good at consumption. We've really mastered the art of acquiring things. Bigger cars, bigger houses, bigger portions of food. If there's a supersize option, chances are we're taking it. Our carbon footprint per capita is, shall we say, a tad more substantial than Bhutan's. Think about the infrastructure. In Bhutan, you have ancient monasteries and winding mountain paths. In many Western cities, particularly in the US, you have sprawling suburbs designed around the car, endless motorways and vast shopping centers with even vaster car parks. We've built entire landscapes to facilitate buying more stuff and then driving that stuff home in our progressively larger vehicles. It's the pursuit of happiness via the shopping trolley on a national scale. Section 7. Cultural Fort Knox, guarding heritage, like it's the crown jewels. Another fascinating aspect of Bhutan is its fierce dedication to preserving its unique culture. In a world that's rapidly becoming homogenized, where you can find the same chain stores and fast food restaurants in almost any major city, Bhutan has made a conscious effort to protect its traditions, its architecture, its language, and its way of life. It's like they've built a cultural Fort Knox around their heritage, not to keep people out, but to ensure that what's precious within isn't diluted or lost in the flood of globalization. One way they do this is through their approach to tourism. Bhutan pioneered a high-value, low-impact tourism policy. This means visitors pay a significant daily fee which covers accommodation, a guide, food, and internal transport, but also contributes to free healthcare and education for Bhutanese citizens. This strategy deliberately limits the number of tourists, preventing the kind of overwhelming crowds that can trample fragile environments and local cultures. It ensures that tourism benefits the country without destroying the very things that make it attractive, its quality over quantity. Section 8. Lessons from the mountains, if we could just stop and listen. So, what can the rest of us, particularly those in the hyper-developed, often hyper-stressed West, learn from this little kingdom in the clouds? The answer is both simple and profound. Well, quite a lot actually, if we could just pause our endless scrolling and relentless striving for a moment. Imagine the possibilities if we took a step back to breathe and reflect. Perhaps the most profound lesson is that measuring national success purely in economic terms like GDP is a woefully incomplete picture. There's so much more to life than numbers and charts. Bhutan shows us that it's possible and indeed desirable to prioritize the well-being and happiness of citizens as a primary goal of governance. This approach fosters a more harmonious and content society. It's a reminder that the economy should serve the people, not the other way around. When the focus shifts to human well-being, everything else falls into place. Another critical takeaway is the undeniable link between environmental health and human happiness. A healthy environment nurtures a healthy mind and body. Bhutan's carbon-negative status isn't just an ecological triumph, it's intrinsically linked to their GNH philosophy. This holistic approach ensures sustainability for future generations. Clean air, pristine forests, and a stable climate are not just nice-to-haves, they are essential components of a good life. They form the foundation of a thriving community. Bhutan also teaches us about the importance of cultural resilience and the value of community. These elements are the glue that holds society together. It suggests that true wealth lies not just in material possessions but in shared experiences, strong relationships, and a sense of belonging. This is the essence of a fulfilling life. Section 9. So, are we all packing our bags for Paro? After hearing all this, you might be tempted to book the next flight to Paro, ready to trade your stressful city life for serene mountain vistas and a daily dose of GNH. And who could blame you? The appeal is undeniable. However, it's probably not quite that simple. Bhutan has very strict tourism and immigration policies precisely to protect that unique culture and environment we've been admiring. They're not looking to become the world's next overcrowded tourist hotspot, and frankly, most of us are probably far too attached to our high-speed Wi-Fi and same-day delivery services. But even if mass migration to Bhutan isn't on the cards, the Bhutan is incredibly powerful. It serves as a crucial reference point, a living example that an alternative path is possible. It challenges our deeply ingrained assumptions about what a developed or successful country should look like. Is it the one with the most skyscrapers and the biggest stock market? Or the one where people report high levels of life satisfaction, and the air is clean enough to breathe without a filter? Bhutan gently nudges us to reconsider our definitions.